Hey guys, I'm back and we are playing Call of Duty Black Ops 6. It genuinely feels like it's a chore playing this game, but there are a few of my chores that I want to complete. Well, at least one specific chore I want to complete in this game before uh, calling it quits. There are a few things I want to do. Whether I'll get them done or not, I don't know. But for the last several years, since I started streaming, I've completed every weapon in a Call of Duty mastery grind for the entire season and year and all that. Like all the DLC weapons and all. Completed the mastery grind on everything since 2019. I've done the mastery grind prior to that, but I didn't do the DLC weapons in those years. But since 2019, it's like everything, including DLC weapons. And we have one last weapon left in this game as far as primary year goes. I think if they do any secondary year or like DLC weapons after, I won't do it. Not in this game at least. But primary year, we have one last weapon and then we'll have everything mastered, I guess. I don't know, whatever. And so yeah, final weapon, chainsaw. We've got the chainsaw as the final weapon, and it's a melee weapon. It's, I believe, a one-shot melee weapon. Thankfully, it's not a two-shot melee weapon, which would have been very cruel to end it on that. And yeah, we're gonna do the mastery grind on it. Hopefully complete the camos, get the final camo unlocked, hopefully. As long as the internet or something doesn't cut out or something like that, right? But yeah, hopefully we can do that all on stream. Otherwise, you know, if internet or power cuts out or some shit like that, then might just end up doing it off stream. But we'll do whatever we can at this point. Yeah. Melee weapon as the final piece to the puzzle of this game. Now, with the melee weapon, I do just play Nuketown and Stakeout, because that's just easier how to do it on melee weapon action on that. So there won't be any regular map playing on, just some Nuketown and Stakeout. And then we'll wrap it up, I guess. The Camo Challenges are the usual nonsense for the melee weapons in this game. 100 kills, that's all we need to do. And we'll have the military camos completed. Special camo, Crow. Get 5 kills in a single match 3 times. This does stack, so if you get 15 kills in a single match, that'll complete the challenge. Or 10, it'll have 2 ticks. Like that, right? So 5 and then 5 and then 5. But otherwise 5 in a match. Granite? No, what? Garnet? What the fuck? I don't know how to say that. Garnet. Get 15 kills shortly after sprinting with the chainsaw. Complete the special camos. You'll unlock the gold challenge. Get 10 double kills to unlock gold. Unlock gold on this weapon. Unlock gold on 2 melee weapons and then get 3 kills without dying 10 times for diamond. Dark Spine. Unlock diamond on this weapon, unlock diamond on 33 weapons, and then get 3 triple kills to unlock Dark Spine. And then finally, Dark Matter will unlock once you've unlocked Dark Spine on 33 weapons, and get 5 kills without dying 3 times. So that's what the goal is today. This is what we're going to be doing. Yeah, this is Garnet, I think. That's granite. So yeah, that is the plan. Let us jump in. I was really hoping this Chaos Bhutan would not be in the playlist. I was hoping just regular, either Nuketown or Bhutan. But I guess 10v10 Chaos Bhutan is what we're going to have to jump into. And the last times I've jumped into this like playlist, it's been like really sweaty and annoying. like like really streak heavy. Also, like the streaks just are flying in the sky constantly, which makes it kind of irritating. And all sorts of annoying players where like melee only might not be the ideal scenario, but final stretch of this game. I do want to do a camo preview of the event camo, but it just time dependent. And then one last stream where we maybe check out the camo that we get for pre-ordering Black Ops 7. I'd like to do a stream doing that. But both of those streams, you know, if it doesn't happen, it just doesn't happen. That's no guarantee on those two. Like, it's been a real struggle wanting to play this game. Like, even today, like, I haven't even turned on COD since the last time. Like, I haven't even like logged into the game since the last time I played, which ended very disappointingly. So hopefully it doesn't end disappointingly again. Stop. Don't do that, Lenny. Come on, go. Both of you, go. Go. Why an asshole knows? Pishpesh, don't act like you didn't like instigate something or other. Final stretch begins at 170 ping.
Locking down Charlie.
This is what I mean. This is what I mean. This is what happens in Chaos and Blue Time. Maybe we'll just play like Stakeout. Dude, just how do I fucking spawn in? Love it.
Enemy UAV inbound. Take your beat. Hostile UAV established overhead. Using smoke. Impact grenade. Incoming Semtex. You take your job. Your job. Order my seal.
Surprise, surprise, an Arab's a little... This Kuwaiti guy is suspicious. Alright, I'm done with this one. This is what I mean, too much streak spam. This gets kind of shitty. And then you have little Kuwaiti butt rubbers who likes to get a little jiggy digitally. Little male on male jiggle. Typical Kuwaiti boys. That's how they like to experiment with each other. This game was trash, dude.
Domination. Shoot to kill. We're not here to negotiate. Hostile counter UAV is above.
this time, you son of a
Losing
bitch.
Bravo.
Secure. Watch my ass.
Down all zones. Bravo large.
You're unauthorizing full street.
Hostile using assault bag.
Counter UAV, 50% fuel remaining.
Semtex front.
Deploying RCXD.
Hostiles have neutralized your watchdog helo.
Fire. Folks are exiting AOR.
Losing B.
Enemy grenade. Find enemy truck. Incoming stun. Tackle. Deploy counter UAV. Requesting recon above. Hey, just warming up. Get down, tackle. Watchdog helo mission.
Flying on fuel. UAV.
Hey.
Neutralized your watchdog helo.
Tackle. Watchdog helo mission. Grenade incoming.
Motherfucker has hidden.
our AO.
Gain the advantage now.
Start requesting war zone helo.
Losing Bravo.
Enemies rearming. Enemy spotted.
Losing B.
Watchdog helo fielded, standing by.
Ten EKI.
Losing B.
Get a counter UAV in the air. Back off. I need eyes overhead. Smoke out.
Losing Bravo. Lost B.
Cloaker MCL, 50% down. UAV fuel check 50%.
Losing B. Bravo zone secure.
Cloaker exiting AOR. Timeline expired. UAV
Down. Sniper work.
Taking A. Losing B. Care package Elder marked. Requesting recon overhead. Losing Bravo. Bravo lost. Securing B. Tap on. Requesting recon. Taking Bravo.
Hostile marksman in our AO.
Down Bravo. B locked down. Losing B.
Deploying smoke.
Losing Bravo. We lost B.
Enemy spotted. Five enemies spotted. Tackle. Deploy counter UAV.
UAV commencing surveillance operation.
Smoke out.
Cloaker reporting tower return 50%.
Grenade incoming.
Timeline expired.
We're gonna.
Losing Charlie.
Popping smoke.
Establish watchdog helo on station above.
Losing B. Bravo lost. Taking B. Locking down Bravo.
Smoke out.
Gray requesting care package deployed.
Grenade incoming. I've got this. Bravo incoming.
Hellstorm
Get down.
strike. Authorization Gray.
Deploy smoke.
Taking B.
Semtex incoming.
Securing Alpha. Locking down Bravo. Bravo done secure. Hellstorm incoming.
Hostile Bravo. Blast trap identified.
Losing Bravo. Losing B. Losing Bravo.
Hostile concussion spotted. Marksman in our AO. Yours.
Losing B.
Fight by. Requesting CUAV above. Get a UAV on group.
Deploying ETS. UAV established.
Losing Bravo.
Popping smoke.
Counter UAV remaining. UAV SPL 50%. Check.
Blast trap identified.
Taking Alpha.
And check your fucking target.
Taking C. We're ahead, but stay alert. Marshall's people are no fools. Moving on to Charlie. Go ahead. Losing B. Lost B. Taking Bravo underway. They never stood a chance. Proceed to extra.
Adler's lot are on the run. Solid job, Crimson.
I'm just Nuns, don't do that. Alright, might as well just jump into stakeout.
Face off team deathmatch. We have our orders. See it through. The lead is ours. Taking the lead. Taking the lead. Stay on task.
This is so laggy. I'm just gonna leave. It's too laggy. We'll switch again.
Radar kill confirmed. Force has been approved.
Hostile marksman in our AO. Get down! Frag! Eyes on shock charge. Grenade incoming!
Why are you wet, man? Bas piş piş.
Overdrive.
Incoming flash.
Falling behind.
Ceasefire. Friendly target. Get down. Frag.
We're taking control. We got the lead. Now hold it.
Hostile contact. Incoming subject. Grenade.
Yeah, let me check the audio. Give me a second.
Go time. Capture the objective. Hardpoint locked down. Nice. Pull it ahead. Hostiles attached to hardpoint. Come on, you're losing this fight. Hardpoint is secure. Enemy UAV inbound. Now hold it. Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Fish bash. Don't do that.
Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint moving. Hostiles attached to hardpoint.
Hostile contact.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Enemy tactical.
Fish bash! What's wrong with you, man? Stop!
Hardpoint is secure. Hostiles
Incoming flashback.
attached to hardpoint.
Establishing smoke screen.
Hardpoint identified.
Tactical. Scan incoming. Hostiles are resupplying.
Hostile counter UAV established above.
Incoming subjects.
Getting UAV on grid.
Dash counter UAV above. Busy authorizing UAV mission. Busy requesting watchdog helo above.
Avenger 1-6, entering KOR. Next stop.
Hardpoint locked in. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint is secured. Hardpoint set.
Hostile impact coming in.
Hardpoint locked in. TACOM, I need eyes overhead.
Enemy blast trap. Incoming Semtex.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secured. Hardpoint located. Hostiles captured the hardpoint.
Oh, these fucking teammates, man.
One more incoming.
Hostile LDPR drop detected. Hardpoint located. Hardpoint set. Look alive. Hostile detector active.
Trophy system. Hostile chopper.
Hardpoint identified. Hellstorm incoming.
Using smoke.
Hardpoint active.
Gun incoming.
Hostile kilo inbound.
Blaster.
How did that not connect?
Enemy is out back.
We got diamond. Shit show this game is really sometimes.
Face off domination. You're an alpha. Bravo lost. You're in Charlie. Losing A. Taking Bravo underway. We're losing Alpha.
I don't see myself getting a 5 streak in that lobby.
Let 'em have it, Black.
It's pouring outside.
Counter UAV in the air. Designating LDVR coordinates.
Enemy, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm a friend.
Deploy watchdog shield to my grid. Weaver authorized. Authorized LDVR strike. Enemy RCS detected. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint is secure.
TACOM, launch counter UAV.
Marshal, UAV back. Deploying force.
Using field upgrade. Hostile contact.
Hardpoint located. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint active.
TACOM MG requesting CUAV.
Counter UAV involved.
TACOM requesting recon overhead.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Enemy napalm strike incoming. TACOM, LDVR on my mark. Hardpoint locked down.
Eyes on enemy turbo.
Marshal requesting CUAV tag. TACOM, establish watchdog channel overhead. Marshal requesting UAV tag. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint set. Hostiles at the hardpoint. As are marking care package LZ. Hardpoint is secure. TACOM, get UAV in the air. TACOM, napalm strike inbound. hard point. Hard point is secure.
Head for my bit point.
What the fuck, man?
Decoy identified.
Hard point is secure. Hard point is active. Enemy napalm strike.
Incoming flashbang. Eyes on enemy cookies.
Moving with arcing. Hostile DCR dropped the sector. Hard point loaded. Requesting recon above. Get a counter UAV in the air. Heads off. Hostile interceptor zone approach. Hard point is secure. Hard point is. Next call. Napalm strike inbound. Hostiles have the hard.
Using smoke.
Sit rep. LDPR income. Hostile counter UAV established above. Hard point locked down. Hostile steps to hard point. Hostile UAV established overhead. Hard point is secure. Hostile have the hard point. Hard point locked down. Hostile has captured the hard point. Hard point identified. Hard point is secure. Hard point is. Hostile has the hard point.
Hostile decoy. Enemy tactical.
SATCOM, I need eyes overhead.
Incoming subject. I never forget the hits.
Hard point moving.
Hostiles are resupplied.
Hostile interceptors are moving second fast. Hard point out. Hostile attached to hard point. Enemy dreadnought inbound on your location. SATCOM, lost UAV.
Shake it up. You'll get the next one.
Hard point locked down. Hostile has the hard point.
Flashbang.
I ain't getting the 5 more. Dude, my thumbs are fucking sore from this is fucking nonsense. We only got one, I think.
Identify shock charge.
Pop the scout pulse in your radar. Down there, E. Get him hard.
Incoming subject.
Bravo fucking Zulu, partner.
What's up, Gunno? Good morning to you.
Executed. Shabash, Subco. Five hostiles.
Nothing much, man. Honestly, I don't know how you played this game so much. I'm so miserable playing it. I really dislike it so much. This was easily the worst year for COD. The worst. Yeah, I'm just trying to finish up the last camo grind. I finished all the other weapons, so I figured I'd finish this one. Yeah, this game was so bad, dude. Such a bad year for COD. I mean, I'm just saying it, I wasn't enjoying this year. Not saying like, I mean, it was pretty bad. I don't know, man. Like, for me, like, I didn't hate Vanguard, even Modern Warfare 2. Like, these are like the 2 years that were like potentially also equally really bad years for Call of Duty. I didn't hate them as much as I hated this one. This year, like, everything got to me so much, man. I don't know. Like, I couldn't even watch this game anymore. Like, it's so, like, irritating. Like, just the people, everything, man, about it, man, was just got on my nerves so much, dude. I'm hoping, like, next year, like, even though it's going to be a similar game, there's going to be, like, they're changing the servers, it seems, and, like, some of the servers might be in India, which will make a good experience, you know, a better experience and all. And I don't know, man. I'm hoping it'll be a better year next year because of stuff like that. Like, if there's an Indian server, that'll be a big deal, right? It'll make the game, like, a hell lot better for me. That, like, there's a local server. But yeah, for me, this was, like, the worst year of COD. I actually liked Vanguard. Modern Warfare 2, I really disliked it. But this was, for some reason, so much worse. Modern Warfare 2, like, it was shit, but I don't know, man. It wasn't like this cheeseball stuff. Like, the sliding and all in this game, like the, like, excessive Omni movement that happened, I think just really... Also a lot of shit, man, like...
I'm on the OBJ.
Go time. Captain the objective. Take the lead. Losing B. Losing Bravo.
I knew it. I knew I shouldn't have. Yeah, I like Vanguard too.
Take your beat.
Enemy blaster. Tactical. Run.
Yeah, Cold War was. I liked Cold War, man. Cold War was good, man. Like, it had a really bad hacker problem in my region, but Cold War was good. This was so fucking bad, dude.
Using smoke. Blaster. Run.
Taking Bravo underway.
Got him.
Down Bravo. Securing B. Taking B. Taking Bravo underway.
Enemy blaster. Fire spot.
Locking down Bravo. Securing B.
What the fuck, man?
Blaster, front. Here we go. Starting
Mark down
capture.
Charlie. We're losing Alpha. Charlie.
Adrinaldo calling in a CUAV.
Taking C. All objectives locked down. Hold those SOBs back.
Got me eyes in the
We've
sky.
lost Alpha. Release Hellstorm on my mark. Taking Alpha.
Tackle, launch a UAV.
Drawing hand cannon. Securing Alpha. Location secure. Maintain current position.
Enemy blaster.
Get a counter UAV in the air. We're losing Alpha. Losing Bravo. Losing A. We're losing Charlie. We're losing Alpha. We've taken control. Losing A. Adder requesting Watchdog Helo on my grid.
Mark requesting UAV tasking.
Deploying AGR. Losing B.
What's wrong with you? I'm a friendly.
Got one in there.
hard point. Secure the objective. Hard point secured. We're winning. Keep it that way. Hostiles attacking. You're falling behind, Crimson. Hardpoint locked down. Claim the advantage now.
I love how this just goes through enemies, man. When I'm fucking swinging it.
Enemy grenade!
Hardpoint is active.
Our Semtex front! Get down! Frag!
Enemy UAV inbound. Enemy UAV inbound.
Five kills.
Archangel, going in. Hardpoint located. Hellstorm strike authorization daily. Hardpoint active. Hostile UAV standing overhead. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Dreadnought assault.
I'm done.
Hard
We got what we wanted. We'll do a second stream because I want to check out the camo that I was talking about. But I don't want to keep doing this Nuketown nonsense. Those matches go way too long. The chaos ones. Dark matter unlocked on the chainsaw. Last of the weapons for Black Ops 6. Officially unlocked dark matter on every single weapon for Black Ops 6. DLC included. Melee weapons included. Special weapons included. Everything. Everything. Unfortunately, I cannot preview the chainsaw in the, what's it called? In the firing range. They don't allow you to pull out the melee weapon. So this is the loadout I use for the chainsaw, or well, all melee weapons. Ghost, Assassin, no, what? That's not the fucking Christ. Ghost, Bruiser, Slipstream, and Ninja. This is if I used melee weapons on regular maps, which most of the time I would not. The only time I used melee weapons in this game on regular maps were like when we were checking out new maps and I'd try to go melee only with it. Sleeper Agent, I've said this a lot of times, this was actually kind of a fun field upgrade that they added. It's as much criticism as I've given them, this one I'll give them credit. I liked Sleeper Agent for melee action. It made it fun. So I do appreciate this particular one for melee only action. Obviously it was useful in other things too, but for melee it kind of changed. It gave you some really good moments. It gave me good moments. I actually really like Bruiser also. Like when they added this perk, I think this was a DLC perk. Yeah, it's very like situational, only for melee use only, right? Like you'd never use this for anything else. But again, for that melee only gameplay, it was actually a pretty good addition. But again, for me, like I suspect like you won't see Bruiser as its own individual perk in the future. Like it should have really been part of like another perk, and I think that's what they're doing. They're like combining a lot of perks that are too situational. I heard they're planning on, you know, consolidating the perks a little bit in Black Ops 7. So like, and this was definitely like, dude, you never use it for anything other than like melee only gameplay. And like legitimately like melee only gameplay. So it's not even like, oh, I'll use the melee weapons every so often, so I'll put Bruiser. It's like, no, I'm going to use the melee weapon as my primary weapon. And that's the only time you'd want to use it. But for that purpose, it was really good. Like, it was a good thing, right? But again, it's like, dude, like, who, like, I never played melee only otherwise, right? So it's like, again, one of these things that are like totally useless. Sleeper Agent, like, was annoying, like, when other people used it for other things and all. So it had value outside melee only. But what it did for melee, like, it gave you these really fun moments. In fact, like in this stream alone, like when I was doing the headshot, I mean the kill elimination challenge, it was like the second game. I used Sleeper Agent a bunch and just went crazy with it, right? It was really fun. So yeah, I liked that. It was a good addition. So yeah, this was the build I used for when I never used melee weapons in regular maps. This is what was really my melee weapon build. Flak Jacket, Shadow, Slipstream, and Bruiser. Shadow is actually another really, really good perk. But again, very situational kind of like perk, right? I think they are bringing back Shadow, but like it might be like combined with Engineer or something like that, which would make a lot more sense. Like the perk where you can see like equipment through walls and all. So I think this will also be like consolidated into another perk in Black Ops 7. But it was a good addition, but again, too situational, right? And this was actually probably my main build for melee weapons. Because even like when I was showcasing camos and all, like, or going melee only, it was usually on Nuketown. Nuketown is just like one of those maps I've gotten really familiar with going melee, doing the melee grind thanks to Black Ops Cold War when I did like all the melee weapons then too, right? So I was just comfortable in Nuketown melee only. Like, I don't know, in this game, like, I'll say it, like, they did melee weapons really badly in this game. Like, it was terrible. Like, they genuinely... I think the combination of giving everyone a melee weapon, like, so... And that is happening in Black Ops 7 again, I think, and I actually don't agree with that. Like, I think you either have a melee weapon or you're using your pistol as your secondary. It needs to, like, I think having all three, like, it ruined melee weapon gameplay. Like, the melee only gameplay, I think having, like, everyone having a melee weapon ruined it. Because then, even, like, when you had, like, these two-hit melee weapons, which were really terrible in this game, like, all the two-hit melee weapons were awful. Everyone had a melee weapon, and most people would keep that third melee weapon as, like, the knife or something, which is a one-hit. So you are like getting outkilled, and everyone had the counter to your melee weapon, especially the two-shot ones, and it just it was bad. I don't know, bad. Obviously, smokes and combat axe. I just keep that for smokes are really useful, especially when you know the map. And then you need to make escapes. It becomes a little harder to use in new maps, but it is still very useful. Also, just the fact that it sort of disables aim assist and all that allows you to get through areas a little easier, in the gunplay, right? The other issue with the melee weapons and all is the omni movement. There's so many even in this one the swing was so slow on it that people could actually omni movement out of your swing mid swing. So you'll be in mid swing, and they'll start the Omni movement and be out of your range before you could even hit them with this particular chainsaw one. And it was particularly annoying with the 2-shot stuff and all that, right? So yeah, not a great year as far as melee weapons go, in my opinion. Also, a lot of the maps, again, my personal opinion, weren't conducive to good melee weapon gameplay, like melee only gameplay. So yeah. Yeah, all available camos completed, at least for multiplayer. I'm pretty proud of that. The other thing is, although I do plan on doing, I'm going to try to do a couple more streams. Those are going to be more like showcase streams. So this is essentially like my last grind stream of this game, I suspect. Unless they like add like some new random event, which doesn't look like they're going to do. Looks like this is the end, right? Some random event next week to like lead into Black Ops 7. I don't think that'll happen. So, and let's just go through my progression, I guess. Obviously hit max prestige, master prestige, level 470 is the way I ended. Like I said, I've gotten all the camos, 14. Why does it say diamond? Oh. Anyway. All assault rifles, dark matter. All SMGs, dark matter. Shotguns, LMGs, marksman rifles, sniper rifles, pistols, and special weapons. And finally, melee weapons, everything. Best melee weapon was the bow staff. It was a good, like, it was definitely the best of the lot, in my opinion. So whenever I was going melee only, I was using the bow staff. Honestly, any of the like one-shot melee weapons were like usable. Like I think the chainsaw was like probably the worst of the one-shots. That was, I don't know, like it was pretty bad because of the slow swing. But any of the 2-shot like melee weapons were like just terrible. Like it had no business being in the game. With the special weapons, I don't know, man. They were all like, I hated the launcher grind was terrible. The launcher grind, because I did them like before they nerfed the challenges or whatever. And good God, doing the HE1, I think was it. Oh God, taking out streaks with that was so difficult. And I had nearly given up. And they had just released the Tommy gun or whatever, I think, the PPSH or whatever. I think that was the SMG. It was like one of the, I don't remember. It was one of the first SMGs. And I was about to grind that out to complete that because I couldn't complete the HE1. And then during the stream, I was grinding out the weapon, the SMG. Again, I don't remember which SMG it was. I ended up completing the HE1 and unlocking the Dark Matter challenge. And finally, officially, like completing the main portion of the grind. It was really stupid that they like added Dark Matter, like you had to do a challenge aside from it. But I at least unlocked that challenge, and hence completed the like base weapons before completing any like DLC weapons. So I did complete the base weapons before that. Pistols were actually kind of bad in this game, and then they sort of got little buffs throughout the year, and then it became all right. The GS45 was probably my favorite of the lot, and yeah, like it was decent. Snipers weren't terrible in this game. Like at least it was usable and all. For some reason, I really like the frost line, but most good snipers disliked it. They all like the LR 7.62, but I like a lot of people consider the frost line like the worst sniper out of the lot. But I was like, all right, it's a good. I liked it. I used it, ended up using it, but I'm not much of a sniper anyway. But yeah, even though it was not particularly the popular choice as far as snipers, I was using it a lot. Marksman rifles, DM10 was my favorite, and then it got buffed and it became a beast weapon, and it's probably my favorite gun in this game, the DM10. Yeah, easily my favorite gun in the game. LMGs, actually when they added the like belt fed for the LMGs, it changed the game for the LMGs. And then like I really liked the LMGs a lot. I mainly use the GPMG, but like I'm not like, I don't know which is really, I think the Fang was really good, but I felt it was too similar to an assault rifle style build. So I ended up mainly using GPMG when I wanted to showcase like LMG gameplay, because it was a little bit more traditional. But again, it was specifically the belt fed attachment that was like a game changer for it, and I like loved that attachment. Again, another really good addition to the game when a lot of other things were like not so great. Shotguns, the Marine SP was alright, I guess, for me. SMGs, there were a lot of really good SMGs, like I actually liked quite a bit of them. The first weapon I ground out was the SOG, it wasn't the PPSH, I think. That was the first one. But like DLC weapon I'm talking about, when I unlocked the HE1 like launcher challenge, completed it. I think it was the SOG. But yeah, I mainly use the KSV. This is the main like SMG I like. But like the Compat 92 was really good. A lot of the like SMGs were like really good in this game. Like no surprise because of the way like the game played, right? But yeah, KSV is what I mainly used. I hardly touched the Jackal, honestly, even though like a lot of like people like go on about it being the sweat gun. I think the KSV was better, in my opinion. Yeah. The Compact was a lot of fun, but like I stopped using it very early on and switched up to the KSV, and then sort of never looked back. Then assault rifles. Honestly, like surprisingly didn't care for the assault rifle class as much as I normally would in games. I currently use the FFAR. At first I was using the Model L, which suddenly like at first seemed good, but then like the more I used it, the less I liked it. Yeah, it's really weird. Like the assault rifles just sort of like fell off, like as far as enjoyment goes, and maybe that's partially the reason I dislike this game as much as I do, because I'm usually interested in assault rifle gameplay. And the fact that I didn't like really the assault rifles in this game and the way it played in the game, probably a big reason why like it was partially not one of my least liked games as far as the COD franchise goes. FFAR sort of allowed you to play a little bit more hybrid SMG, a little bit, so it became a little bit more viable in my opinion, while still being an assault rifle with range and stuff like that, right? But yeah, disappointing year for assault rifle gameplay in my opinion. The saving grace as far as like that goes was the DM10. This was at least it's either assault rifles or marksman rifles, and if both are good, I'm gonna love the game. But at least having one is important, and the DM10 was that one, right? So yeah, I didn't get 100%er, I guess. I guess I got 100% in Korea, but 83 in Hardened. I didn't really focus on these challenges and all, honestly. Yeah, even though I used Sleeper Agent, I didn't really go for finishing moves and all while doing it. What is this? Going hard milk. I hardly ever use I never use player controlled streaks. And then what was redemption arc? Kill an enemy I never used Last Stand either. And then Prestige, I guess this is my Prestige thing. I don't know what this is, honestly. Progression on that. And this is my Dark Ops progression. I never got a nuke or anything like that. I was never that good. So yeah, those are my Dark Ops. Again, not much to it. I don't know, my mastery badges, I guess. I don't know what the hell. Is that all the mastery badges that exist? I don't even know what it is. I don't look at this stuff. Obviously no armory, I finished everything. Right. This is my combat record for the game. 1.29 elim to death ratio. 0.76 win-loss ratio. Dude, I'm surprised it's even that high, dude. Dude, the amount of losses I had in this game were ridiculous. 17 streak is the highest I guess I ever got. Highest elim game was 119. I got nearly, like, my highest elim game just melee only today. I think I got 110 today in my stream. So I guess 15 days, 23 hours, and 19 minutes. Yeah. And I guess that's Prestige 1, 2. Some of these, like, Prestiges, I was using really bad weapons while I was grinding it out, so. Like, some of the melee weapons and all, like, well, like, it took a tank. And then when I was doing the launcher challenges, oh my god, that was also another. Looks like average 10 hours playtime for, like, a little over 10 hours per Prestige, a little over. But yeah, there's the drill, the power drill, and oh my god, dude, those things tank. And then after I finished Prestige, again, you know, bear in mind I did all the melee weapons and launchers and stuff like that. So. Limb to death ratio is based on completing a lot of the mastery grind challenges. Not as bad as I thought, like, but again, it's a limb to death ratio, so if it was KD, it'd probably be significantly less, right? Medals. Again, I'm not much of a streaker. Did I not? I'm pretty sure I did get a kill chain, didn't I? I don't know. Maybe I didn't. Or maybe, I don't know. Like, I don't know how accurate some of this stuff is. Again, I hardly used any of the score streaks. I just stuck with the ones I used, and that was that. So. And I guess beta mode. How do I filter? I didn't play much hardcore. How do I filter? Okay, it says on the bottom, or like the. No, it doesn't. Wait, how do I filter it for like? Oh, global. That's what we want. Cool. I'm not gonna show zombies and Warzone because those are irrelevant. I only like casually play that stuff. I didn't really play anything. Anything else? I actually never edited like my like calling card showcase. I did change my like emblem and what's it called, calling card, but the showcase and all I just never bothered. I don't even know what is this that is shown. Yeah, as far as operators go, I honestly mainly only used Nazir and Stone pretty much for the whole year. And I mean, with the exception of like unless I'm showing off like something, but like as my main characters, those are like the two. And honestly, this clear cut skin, I actually really like it, but it was one of the free skins that they gave like on Xbox and PlayStation as one of the free bundles, like if you had Game Pass or PlayStation Plus. So otherwise, I was just using the default one. And same with Stone. Like this was like a event skin, like the 420 event, which I actually thought this was a pretty cool skin. I liked it. But I mean, leading up to that, I was just using the default one for Stone. Even though I have all these skins and all, I like legitimately never looked at any of them. I don't know what skins I have in my operator selection. I obviously completed all the battle passes except for this last one. So like most of the skins came from that. And then obviously, like I said, there's a few bundle packs that they gave with Xbox Game Pass and PlayStation Plus that I obviously redeemed. But I think this year I never spent anything in the store. Like I have a lot of like COD points saved up. But yeah, this year I didn't spend anything in the store, I don't think. Yeah, that's it. That's everything. Officially, a book closed on Call of Duty, Black Ops 6. I mean, the sad thing is, like, I kind of like went into this year knowing I wasn't going to enjoy myself. Like, I knew like this was not going to be like a good year for COD, for me. Like, even in the beta, like I was really irritated about like the Omni movement shit that was going down, and I was like, dude, this is gonna be like really cheesy a year, right? It's really weird, dude. Like, I hate saying this about myself, but like genuinely when like I see people doing that Omni movement, even though like I know I've used it sometimes and like for like gunfights and all, like I just think like such hateful thoughts. Like it just goes through my head like, what the fuck is this shit, right? And that persisted throughout the whole game. Like every time I see someone doing it, I'm like, I think those hateful thoughts. wasn't fun. I didn't enjoy myself. Yeah, like I was talking to Gunnar also, like I didn't like Vanguard, Modern Warfare 2, like the new Modern Warfare 2, and this Black Ops 6. Those were like the three like big low points in Call of Duty in the current generation. And if I had to rate it, Black Ops 6 was the worst of the lot. In fact, the joke is like I've been thinking about it, and there have been like pretty bad Call of Duties, but a lot of those in the past I used to like. I'll talk to you later. Just give me a second.
Didn't know what you have.
What has she made? 1 minute. So I was saying, yeah, I was thinking about it, and there's been a lot of bad Call of Duties across the years, but I used to actually skip a lot of them. Like I didn't play all of the I haven't played every single Call of Duty. Like there was a lot of Call of Duties I skipped, and a lot of the worst Call of Duties I skipped. In all honesty, there's a few that people like regard as bad, but I thought were like not bad. Like the World War II and all that was pretty decent in my opinion. Sledgehammer's World War II. This is probably the worst Call of Duty I've played. Like the ones that I've played, it's the worst. Like in my if I was to rank CODs, this would be on the bottom of the ones that I've played. There are, I'm sure, worse Call of Duties that I didn't play. Like I didn't play Ghost. I didn't play World at War. I didn't play like Infinite Warfare. Those are like a lot of CODs I didn't play. I also didn't play I didn't play a lot of the Black Ops franchise, which a lot of people claimed were like the best years of COD and all. But for me, like the original Modern Warfare trilogy was the best years of COD, right? And then like Black Ops, I obviously played Black Ops 4, which I didn't care for as much, but by the end of it, I didn't hate it. In fact, a lot of these games, that's a joke, a lot of these games that were really bad, like you'd argue Vanguard, let's say Vanguard as an example, right? You'd argue that was a really bad Call of Duty, but by the end of the game's life, it was actually in a pretty good state. Like it took them all year, but by the end of the year, it was a good game. Like unfortunate that this is like the COD way, right? Usually, where it takes them a while, and by the end of the year, it's usually a good game, but by then we're moving on. But that's the case with like a lot of the CODs that were bad. By the end of the year, it was a decent COD, at least, you know, like a lot of them. This one just got worse and worse. It started off okay, and a lot of people liked it, and I personally didn't like it, but I didn't hate it when it started off. By the end of it, I hate it. And it just got worse and worse every season. This is like one of the first CODs. By the end of the year, it is in a worse state, in my opinion, and worse. Like I've got like significantly worse impressions of the end of this game than the beginning. Whereas there's a lot of CODs that started off really badly, but at least it ended off well, right? Yeah, this is so like, if I had to rank the worst, this one out of the current generation, like I was saying, like Modern Warfare 2, Vanguard, and this. Vanguard was probably my preferred of the three. Modern Warfare 2 below that, and then, like I said, the bottom is this one, Black Ops 6. Obviously, like out of the current generation, like the skill-based matchmaking generation of COD, Modern Warfare 3 was my favorite. Like that was like such a good year of COD, like for multiplayer in particular. Obviously campaign and all aside, but for multiplayer, it was such a good year. And then transitioning to this was so bad. So bad. And I hate saying that, like, because, you know, I played a shit load of this game, and then to just be like, God, I really wish I skipped this year. I really, really wish. The joke is, like, I've been like, because like I said, I used to skip a lot of CODs, right? I used to like sometimes just play like the previous COD for the couple of years, and I'd do like single player games for a year and then come back to COD and all. So I've been thinking about like every like year, I've been like, should I have skipped this year? You know, like, and Vanguard, Modern Warfare 2, and this one, all three of them, I was like, man, I should have skipped those years. Like, it would have probably been better I skipped those years. But like I said, at the end of the day, those two like sort of like scraped together something worthy by the end of it, and I didn't hate my time with it. This, I genuinely feel like it was bad. It was just really like a big waste. Yeah, what to do? What to do? Anyway, enough hate. Again, I really enjoyed Cold War. Like, I really enjoyed Cold War. And, you know, like, especially after playing Cold War, the joke was, like, I sort of regretted skipping a lot of the Black Ops games. Because, like I said, I didn't play Black Ops 1, 2, and 3. I played the campaign for Black Ops 1, but I never played the multiplayer. I skipped the multiplayer on those years, yeah? And again, I did play Black Ops 4, but that was sort of like, they didn't have like, it was sort of a different, like they were doing specialists and stuff like that. Now, I don't regret, even though like I think a lot of people like the big game that a lot of people like, it's Black Ops 3, right? That people like are kind of like in love with. They think that's peak, right? But I actually probably would have not liked that because of the wall running and jumping and stuff. That's why I didn't play it. I had played Advanced Warfare and I was like, dude, I enjoyed Advanced Warfare, but I'm sort of done with the jetpack bullshit. So that's why I skipped it. But I often regretted not playing Black Ops 1 and 2. And Cold War, after playing Cold War, I really regretted not playing those. After playing this year, I was like, dude, thank God I skipped a lot of those. If it was anything like this, I probably would have been miserable. But I don't know if those, like, it's not a fair comparison. I'm presuming those games were good comparing. This one just sort of fell off. And again, I'm not saying like this was, like everything was wrong about this game. I do think there was a lot of things that were, like, I do actually think Omni Movement is a really good addition to the game. I just don't think the way they implemented it in this game was good. I think they went too extreme with the Omni Movement, like movement speeds and ways it was handled, instead of toning it back and making it a little bit more bearable. Like it was, they went too hard on the arcadey movement with Omni Movement. And I get COD is supposed to be an arcadey game, but they, like I said, in my personal preference, they went way too hard with it. If they had toned it back a bunch, not just a little bit, a bunch, I think it would have been a better game. It would have been a much better game. And then, unfortunately, I think a lot of the map designs and all were like really a big letdown. And even though like occasionally we'd see a decent map in the DLC lot, like I don't think I remember any of the ones that like any of them stand out to me in my head. I'm curious, like, I'm sure there might be a map from this game that I'll be nostalgic about. But at the moment, I can't think of it. The joke is, the other thing is, I really like, in Cold War, they added the face-off maps, right? Like the small map, the ultra small maps with 6v6, and it was so much fun. And it felt so like refreshingly innovative a way of handling the face-off maps. And it just felt fun, right? Whereas here, I've talked about this many times, because of how bad the core maps were and how like aggressively like the engagements like constantly were pushing you in the core maps, face-off felt awful. Because face-off was that like crazy chaos, was meant to be that crazy chaos. And then multiplayer was supposed to be that refined experience of like a Call of Duty like arcade shooter. And it just felt like you never got that refined experience. where like there was a balance between the chaos and breathing room and stuff like that. I also think a lot of the like problems that stemmed from previous years, like the spawn system and all that, caused a lot of issues. Like this is one of the first games where TDM plays awfully. It is so bad. TDM in this game is so bad, but that's due to map design and really bad spawn logic that sort of combined together. Like the spawn logic from previous years sort of like dragged into this game, and then the map design that tried to like push omni movement was in this, and that combination just did not play well. And for an arcade shooter, having TDM being an awful mode is sort of ridiculous in my opinion. And then Hardpoint got extremely sweaty, like way too sweaty, like because of the SBMM. Domination actually played well, but like if I only queued up for Domination in my region, I wouldn't even get into games. So you need to queue up for some of that stuff. And then any game mode that had that similar logic as TDM like tended to play poorly also, like kill confirm and all that. So yeah, just generally not the biggest fan. The other thing that like happened this year that really got extremely aggravating is I feel like I've encountered more people squadding up to like, you know, play together. And that solo experience as a player started getting like where I was being put up against squads with randoms, and the randoms would be pretty bad, and the squads would be pretty competent, and it made for an awful experience. And this happened often in this game, and you couldn't tell who was squatted up. Just generally did not like it. And I'll tell you one thing, like I had some bad experiences in Black Ops 6, but I've had similar bad experiences in previous games, and I was still able to overlook that and still see the fun in it. Whereas this, like the bad experiences in this just kept on piling up, and it rarely felt good. Yeah, unfortunate. That's just the experience I had this year. Also, like I think the live service was terrible. The live service was really bad this year, especially after coming off Modern Warfare 3. That was another thing. The live service in this was just a joke. Anyway, that's it. Enough of me moaning. I keep like saying, like thinking, man, don't be so negative about it. Like there were good things, but I honestly can't even think of any good things off the top of my head right now. I just can't. I think the best thing is at least the DM10 was fun for me. That gun, like if I went all year and I couldn't think of a good gun in the lot, that would have been terrible, even worse. At least for me, like I was like, yeah, at least the DM10 was pretty fun. I enjoyed using that gun quite a bit. So yeah. Anyway, I guess the good is hopefully the changes that are coming to Black Ops 7. Hopefully that'll be good, because this year was so bad. I think they've gotten a lot of good feedback on how to make Black Ops 7 a better game. So we'll see if that helped. Like we spent this whole year trying to tell them, please fix this. And they didn't bother fixing it, but maybe they'll fix it for Black Ops 7. They say they are. And the second thing is, tentatively, I don't know, this is not confirmed, but it sounds like they're moving to the Microsoft servers for next year. And we'll see how that plays out. But there are Microsoft servers in India. There are actually like a few servers in India that are Microsoft. So if the game puts us in Indian servers, that would be a big shift. I think that'll be huge also. And I guess also just the fact that this year was so bad and there was actually competition now with other games. Maybe we'll finally see the end of SPMM. Who knows if that'll be a permanent thing, but I hope it is. So I guess let's hope Black Ops 6 was rock bottom for Call of Duty, and only things going up now as they pick themselves up and try to fix what went so horribly wrong this year. I don't know. Like I said, there are a couple more streams I want to do before Black Ops 7 comes out. I'll try to do one now if it goes okay, and we'll try to do one more before like the launch of Black Ops 7, but no guarantees. This is officially probably the wrap up, and I don't even want to do a concluding stream where I'm just chill playing the game for fun. That's how like bad this game was. Like I was like, should I do a stream where I'm just chill playing? And I'm like, no, this is the end of it. But like I said, there are a couple of things I want to showcase before. So last grind stream hopefully, and then maybe a couple showcase streams and call it a day for this game. I'm probably going to delete this off my hard drive once Black Ops 7 comes out. Like I have no plans on coming back for a year or two of this game. So yeah, take care. Bye. Yeah, apologies like being so negative at the end, but like I just genuinely didn't enjoy this year with this game. Like I said, I'm hoping for better things next year.